Good morning. Good morning.
Stay warm.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Just to give you a quick rundown of the Council today. We start this morning, not surprisingly, discussing Syria. I was at the Friends of Syria meeting on Friday with many foreign ministers, an important occasion to bring together. And the evening before that, we'd been in meetings with the Organisation of Islamic Cooperation, with the Arab League, with the UN, that grouping that we've brought together before to try and collaborate on particularly humanitarian issues. And if you like, the work that needs to happen to support the people of Syria way beyond this conflict into, I hope, what will be a positive future. The Council will of course be considering our own response to that and to look at what more can be done to put pressure on the regime. But I do wish Kofi Annan every possible success. He's a great man and I hope he will be able to make a difference. We'll also discuss Serbia-Kosovo, the talks that were successfully completed over the last couple of days, and I pay tribute to Prime Minister Taci and President Tadic. I know they responded well to the many calls I made upon them. And I'm grateful for that, but most importantly this gives them an opportunity to move forward in their relationship with the European Union. We'll discuss Egypt, successful elections. We've seen a government coming into being, many challenges, and of course I'm worried about the NGOs and what's happening with the court case, and I do hope this can be resolved, as I've said, to the Egyptian authorities and to the Foreign Minister. I hope it can be resolved swiftly and satisfactorily. For everyone. It's very important that the message goes out that Egypt is in support of democracy and freedom, and that will be very significant. And then we'll talk about the Middle East peace process as well to see how we feel this is moving along and what more we can do.
On Syria, after the chaotic meeting in Tunis, what the Union could, let's say, do for the Syrians, because they are divided. Some are talking about militarization of the opposition, the humanitarian corridors. I mean, what the Union can do?
I was there. It wasn't chaotic at all. It was actually, first of all, brilliantly organised by the Tunis government. I mean, I have to pay tribute to them. A country in a year that is quite different, transformed, and they did a brilliant job. Secondly, it wasn't chaotic in the sense that people are looking for solutions. This is really difficult. And it is hardly surprising that in the breadth of the organisations and countries represented, you have different nuances, you have different views about what to do. People came together pretty much around the statement that was produced, and we listened to members of the Syrian opposition. They themselves are looking to try and collaborate better. We want to see a united opposition. That's so important if they're going to be able to reach out to all the people. Because one of the issues of Syria must be that everybody in Syria, all peoples, feel that the future is for all of them. That this is about a united, inclusive country. And that's really, really important. So not chaotic, different views, but people really struggling to find the solution that will stop the fighting. And that's going to be the most important thing.
Are you going to consider in this conference recognising the National Council?
We've said that they're an important interlocutor, and that's the way that I will approach this meeting. They are very, very important. We've talked to a number of different groups in Syria, and so we've been saying to them, come together. Try and form a group together to be able to represent as many people as possible. It's going to be part of the answer, I feel. It's for people to genuinely see there is an inclusivity, and that inclusivity enables everyone to feel they have a future.
This coming together, is it a condition for the recognition?
We haven't got into conditions for recognition. In fact, we haven't had a formal discussion about recognition yet. We work with all of the people who are trying to find a solution. And I hope that when Kofi Annan is able to discuss with the authorities, first of all stopping the fighting, and then how to go forward into the future, that will also be a moment to make sure that we're able to include, or he's able to include in those discussions as many people as possible. As I say with every country, this is their country. It's for the people to decide how to do it. But it's important that we are working as closely as we can. We have a delegation on the ground, but there's many different people as possible. Thanks.